What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Healing from the Rough. Thanks for joining us again. In this two-part series, we're going to be interviewing veteran and current firefighter for the Milwaukee Fire Department, Joel Correa. So I hope you enjoy it. Check it out. Leave comments below. Any advice helps. We're looking for anything moving forward that can help us improve. So shoot me an email. My email is coming up pretty soon here in the video. And thanks again.
Joel, thanks for taking the time to be out here with us on Healing from the Rough. I know you and I know each other, but for those that are listening and watching that don't know who Joel Correa is, can you just give us like a 90-second rundown of your background?
Born in Chicago, raised in the city of Milwaukee, all Milwaukee public schools, graduated from Hamilton High School, joined the Marine Corps right out of high school. Was in the Marine Corps for 8 years. Right before getting out of the Marine Corps, I was a platoon sergeant in charge of over 30 Marines. And right after the Marine Corps, I got to join the greatest fire department in the world, the Milwaukee Fire Department. Been doing that for 11 years and recently got promoted as a lieutenant. So I'm excited for that.
Married, kids?
I have 4 children, very active with sports, so I try to make all their games. Some people might say I'm a little crazy, but I like to have fun. I like to have memories and enjoy my time with family and friends. So any opportunity I can to do that, I will take full advantage of.
Other than the game of golf, what's your favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby would be playing football. I play a lot of sports all year round, from flag football. I used to play full tackle football in the semi-pro team, but from basketball, softball, I'm in 2 softball leagues, volleyball. I just stay active playing sports. And if I'm not playing sports, I'm watching my children play sports. That's really all I do.
Very good. All right, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you're a veteran or first responder who has found a way to heal through golf, or if you work at or own a golf course and would like to be featured on our show, please email me at joseph.malsack@hftr.us.
So we got a little rundown on the last hole, brief background. You mentioned veteran as well as now you're a first responder with Milwaukee Fire Department. Can you give us a little rundown of your background in the military?
Military. Again, like I said, I joined right out of high school. While in the Marine Corps, I was fortunate enough to go to a few different countries. Went to Denmark, I went to Niger, I went to Chile in South America, and I did a combat tour in Iraq, Operation Iraqi Freedom. I was there from 04 to 05. I was a first team leader on an infantry rifle squad, which would also put me as the assistant squad leader. A lot of experiences out there. I wouldn't trade them for anything in the world. Our company branched off from the rest of the battalion and went to the town of Yusufia. Yusufia is in a triangle of death, which is Ludifia, Mahmudia, and Yusufia. Our company went off and did our own thing there. A lot of experience. We had our fair share of firefights, roadside bombs, vehicle-borne IEDs. We had a lot of wounded in action. We lost Marines out there also. Infantry rifle squad, we have 4 fire teams. You're supposed to have 3 fire teams with 4 Marines in each team. Our squad only had 2 fire teams, so we only had 8. And within our squad alone, my squad, we lost 1 guy. We had 4 wounded in action. So that just kind of, without getting into too much detail of what we experienced out there.
So it sounds like the deployment was pretty challenging.
Yep.
Definitely stuff that we're probably carrying from that. Who were you stationed with?
Fox Company 224, it's like Battalion 24th Marines. It's an infantry battalion. When we were in Iraq, because of the missions, we did a lot of missions during the day, but we did a ton at night. We were given the awesome nickname by the insurgents out there. We were called the Mad Ghost because of all the operations that we did at night. And you might see a few beat up tattoos of Mad Ghost out there. It kind of looks like Casper, but it's supposed to be Mad Ghost. It was very, difficult days, difficult nights, little sleep. But it's kind of like what we're doing right now in the fire department. You know, you want to be at the tip of the spear. You want, you know, I'm an adrenaline junkie. I love action. I love chaos. But knowing that, and I learned this in the Marine Corps, and I answered this on the first day in the fire department when my instructors asked, hey, why did you want to be a firefighter? And I'm like, because in the Marine Corps I learned that under mass chaos and whatever might be going on, I could focus on one thing and accomplish that mission no matter what's going on. And mission accomplishment is number one, and that's what it is in the fire department also.
Real quick, I know you obviously just shared some of the harder stuff. One like really awesome experience from the military.
A lot of awesome experiences, but what the experiences that I'm still benefiting now is the brotherhood and the family that I made from the Marine Corps. I was fortunate to invite 2 of the Marines that I went to Iraq with, was at the Next 18 camp last week. So because of this camp and through the military, the golfing, the 3 of us are now able to get together without having to drink at night in bars. Like this, usually when we get together, now we have the game of golf to, you know, that common, that bond that we have with Next 18. Now we only have it. We have it in the Marine Corps. Now we have it in Next 18, and now we can get together and golf and talk about our, you know, our battles and difficult moments together.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I appreciate it.
So, out of everything we've talked about, and obviously you went to Matt's camp, what is your experience with golf? Like, when was the first time you ever played golf?
All right, so I'm new to this game.
Okay.
I remember in high school we had 1 day of golf, so that didn't help. I was always told my entire life that golf is the most humbling sport in the world, and I'm like, all right, sure. Well, after that camp, I agree 100%. The Milwaukee Fire Department does an annual golf outing. I've been there, done it a couple times, but I did it for the wrong reasons. You know, just to hang out with the guys, have some drinks, and so to answer your question, the first time I ever golfed was at the camp this past fall,
So
September.
Have you found any healing from golf? Any outlet to kind of help you deal with your trauma and kind of, you know, whether it's being out here in nature without anything?
That's exactly it. Like we were saying at the camp, I think this is like the most perfect sport to incorporate the whole mental health aspect of it. Surrounded by trees, nature, the sun, the sounds of the birds, it's just all relaxing. And it's a perfect opportunity to talk to others too, like we were at the camp. That's why I'm excited that the 2 guys that I went to Iraq with were at the recent camp, and now this is something else that we can do together to share stories and unleash and just talk. I mean, this is a perfect sport to talk.
Yeah. And it's always funny because you don't realize it, but and I know you're kind of new to the game, but you'll start going out with a buddy, and maybe there's 2 of you, and you book a tee time. Next thing you know, someone booked the other part of your foursome, so you're up with 2 people you don't even know, and at first you're kind of like, oh, these guys, you know, just had to book our spot, right? And then you get to talking, you get to hanging out, and sometimes you'll make friends. You know, I never want to be that one guy that books that one spot left on a foursome, but if I can't find anybody to go, you know, I might do it. And you meet a lot of cool people, and no one really cares, right? You're out here having a good time, and no one really judges, and it's a great sport to do that with.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to play this game. Now that I understand it a little bit more, I was able to do the Next 18 winter indoor virtual golf. That was a lot of fun. I actually did that once a couple years ago with my fantasy football team, and after 3 holes, I'm like, screw this shit. So I started drinking. I was watching them play. Like, I didn't understand anything about the game, but now I'm very excited about this. Can't wait to get my clubs and start rocking and rolling.
Hell yeah, looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
So, awesome.
Thanks, man.
Once again, I want to give a big shout out to some people that have helped us along the way so far. Fire Ridge Golf Course, we appreciate you guys letting us come out there and shoot our first few episodes. Old Fashioned Golf, love working with you. Can't wait to see what's in store for the future and get our stuff on sale for the public pretty soon here. Last but not least, Brian Rainier from VetBiz TV. If you haven't checked out any of his stuff on YouTube yet, please do. That's VetBiz TV on YouTube. So thanks again, and we look forward to working with you all soon.
So I know on the last question, I think we all could feel that there was a little emotion behind it. And obviously some of these things as vets and first responders, the traumas that we uniquely deal with are difficult to talk about. But Healing from the Rough, Next 18, we try to get our tribe to a point of understanding that it is okay to talk about this. So before you were at a point where you felt comfortable opening up about your traumas, what was life like? What were you dealing with?
First, like most that have served in the combat environment, PTSD for sure. I think I've only told a couple people this, but I'm diagnosed traumatic brain injury also. So that affects my memory, my concentration, and all that. The feeling of guilt, regret. Sometimes you feel alone. I don't like to say depressed, but sometimes I say I'm in a funk. So I try to get out of my funk sometimes, Those that have served in the combat environment know that we think differently. We're not normal as far as the way we think. Perfect example, and even to this day, over 15 years later after a deployment, and I'm driving down the road and I see just a bag of trash on the side of the road. The normal human being is going to think that's a trash bag. I'm thinking that's a roadside bomb right there, or there's something hiding in there that's going to explode. Those are the kind of things I think about. The triggers of the smells will bring it back, the environment, story. In the fire department, I was in a fire truck, and we're just going down, 35th, and we're going into this apartment building where there were some trees, and the fire truck is going through these trees, and all of a sudden, the sounds of those branches on the side that almost hit my face because the window was open immediately brought me back to when our Humvee was ambushed, first by a roadside bomb, and while we were trying to take off, we were going down into a ditch, and those same sounds and that feeling of the branches on the side, because the Humvee landed on my side. I was the vehicle commander, so it landed on the passenger side, and those sounds, brought me back immediately. July 4th. I'm okay with July 4th if I know where they're at and where they're coming. But another story in the fire department, we're in a squad run waiting for the ambulance, and where we work, there's fireworks everywhere, and you don't know where they're coming from. And my coworker at the time, she actually noticed. She noticed, I don't know how, but she noticed, and she was like, she kind of grabbed my hand and said, "Hey, it's okay." I don't know if she remembers this, but there's a lot of triggers, there's a lot of feelings of, bottling it up inside, and there's a lot of things you don't want to share with people, and you don't share with certain people because you say that they weren't there with you, so they'll never understand. So I just don't share it. I didn't share it.
I hear you, everything you're saying. Just one quick follow-up. As you've gotten to a place of being able to talk about it, do you feel like every time you do talk about it, it gets easier on some level?
Definitely, 100%. I didn't even open up to the VA or even seek help so after I got out of the Marine Corps, I knew I wanted to be a firefighter, and I was afraid of that being on my record. So because I didn't want that on my record, I never sought help. I thought that would prevent me from getting on the fire department, so I just avoided it. So I went through 5-6 years without talking to anyone other than the guys that I deployed with. And not until after I got in the fire department, I finally went to the VA, talked to a mental health specialist, and opened up a little. Fast forward 15 years later, I finally opened up in like around 2020 and actually really laid it out on the table. And between the Next 18 camp that we had last year in September and opening up and talking to other members that were here, either first responders, military, and the way they were opening up, that gave me motivation and courage to open up also. And so I would say in the last year or so, and again, I went to Iraq in 2004, I would say in the last year or so, I've been a lot more open to sharing my story.
Well, I can't speak for Joe, but I'm sure he's in the same train of thought with me. I really appreciate you opening up about that stuff. That's why we're here. I know it's not easy to talk about, so thanks for sharing.
Thanks very much.
Sure.
We just almost got hit.
Did you see the ball flying over here?
Once again, we thank you for checking out part 1 with Joel Correa. Make sure you stay tuned next Wednesday for part 2. Sorry for those who are loyal subscribers and we're waiting for this video today. I know we're a few hours late. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. We had a big shoot yesterday for our next few episodes, so we're looking forward to getting that out to you as well. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and follow us. And we look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.